gonna be interesting clothes.
Okay, we are rolling. Welcome to my new video. As you can see from the title, today's video is going to be all about fashion, and truthfully, I'm running quite late. There's so many things that need to be done, but I wanted to ask you how you're doing today. How is your day today? I had such a wonderful week. I've seen my best friend from Montenegro yesterday. We went to Budapest and met so they can meet my daughter. And it was so amazing because it was her whole family and we've known each other since childhood, like I think around 20 years already. So it's been so rewarding and fulfilling, and I missed her so much. And it was, I don't know, just one of those days when you feel like you're at home, even if you're in another country, you know what I mean? So yeah. For everyone that's watching this first time, my name is Maria and welcome to MARIBUL channel, all about fashion, art, reflection and lifestyle. Now we're gonna go to a fashion brunch that is organized by this sort of like a members club. It's a store that has lots of brands under one name. And I'm super excited to bring you guys with me. The outfit I'll show you and insert it right there. And if you want to get more inspired, do feel free to follow me on Instagram. It would mean so much. And it definitely motivates me to continue this journey. In the first part of the video, I'm bringing you to kind of a capsule or archive that was recorded while I was still pregnant, and I attended this show from my dear friend. It was like a synergy of all the brands in the atelier called Schnittbogen. This year, again, another collection is going to drop by the same designer friend, Bugaric. But yeah, I'm leaving this video here so you can see how it was last year when all of them came together. And I hope you will enjoy it. Without further ado, we're going to go to this brunch now. And I'm going to show you what I'm wearing. Quickly, nothing like too much. It's quite simple, I'd say. And what I found super funny is that like underneath this, I have a shirt. You see, it's like a sports kind of shirt from the brand that I switched for eating. Obviously, it's not sponsored because I just started this. But I would like to say that Huel is truly amazing if you're busy and you want to stay healthy and you want to be hydrated and energetic and all those things that come hand in hand with like treating your body as a temple. I believe this, I mean, from my experience, it's an amazing thing. You just mix it with water. It gives you so much nutrients and like 2 cups of protein. So even if you mix it with water, you don't feel hungry really throughout the day. I use it as a breakfast and sometimes I use it as well as for dinner. And now they upgraded and changed. So for everyone that orders the first time, you can get your shirt. I love this shirt. It's 100% cotton. It's so nice. And it's perfect. I originally wanted to go with turtleneck, but then I was like, you know, I feel so good in this shirt. I'm just going to wear this under the sacco. You can't really see it. We have the chain, so cool, the watch, the rings, and earrings that I actually also got them from my friend Bojana when I was really young, and I still wear them and I adore them. So it's such a dear gift. Yeah, the day is nice, sun is shining. It's all the reasons to be happy and content today. After the brunch, I'm gonna meet with my friend. I'm looking forward to reconnect. Originally, actually, I was supposed to go to this fashion brunch with my mom because she's the member of the company I told you about, but she can't make it. So it's going to be me and Batu strolling around Vienna, going for this brunch. And other than that, the thing that I was thinking about is like, how do I want to wear my eyebrows recently? As you can see, I was trying a lot of different things. I quite like them now, how they are. I think I'm gonna do another tattoo with my mom because the tattoo I did was like 5 years ago and I never respect the time frame to go to the corrector or like to the correction. Yeah, my phone is ringing. There is some things I need to finish. So without further ado, let's start this day, go for brunch and enjoy it.
It can be cool with accessorizers.
Yeah, I'm thinking because I don't have a lot of supplies. Say your honest opinion.
I know.
You don't know.
It's like Dirty Little Mistress Heidi.
Not looking for something like regular, but cool, you know? Because I have 5 more kilos and then I'm on my own way. This is mine, by the way.
Wow, not bad.
And I also want something like this for the summer. I want to like
Yeah,
chic and stylish.
like the both
All the
together.
ones.
The whole.
Is this my color or not really?
I mean, when you get tan and a little bit like body oil.
Are we besties or what? Tonight Batush is making his celebration because he just got his master's.
I'm a diploma engineer, bitches.
Yeah, and I still haven't finished my unit. Like, this is so relatable, you know, the serious one, the one that likes to think she's serious and is having fun, but she got a baby. Because no pain, no gain, no risk, no reward. Okay, let's record us there. I mean, are we cool or what? It's like, so this is where there are things that she, huh? Like the bird food, right? With the kitchen area and the little working area. What's when these happen? Stop here. There's the awareness moments.
I wonder what this is.
Right? They have aquariums.
Regulations within their industry themselves. Have Demi Royal with us, who has 15 years of experience working in the fashion industry. She's been previously a buyer and a stylist, and now she focuses on environmental impact analysis for fashion supply chains. I'm really looking forward to talk to Demi because she's a lecturer, she's a mentor, she's a consultant, so she wears many hats. But also she's not originally from Austria, but she lives here now. So I would love to hear her take on how we're doing, how badly or not badly we're doing in Austria when it comes to teamwork. So it'd be good.
And the reason this is in English, by the way.
It's okay. We're international here in Austria. Then we have Marlene Göttgen, who is a fellow founder. So she started her own startup about a year ago, you said, right? It's called
Exactly.
Exactly.
The weekend. The weekend was.
Oh my god, so we have a celebration happening as well. Woo! And you know, I always say you have to think in dog years when we talk about fashion. A year in fashion, how many dog years is 1 year? 7. She's been 7 years in the business. Well done. And the first year is kind of the hardest to survive, so I'm looking forward to hear about that. The business is called MARIBUL. And she actually has a background in political science as well, and had a really deep interest in sustainability, and that's how she made the switch to fashion. So good to have you here, Marina.
Something that I thought of immediately when I saw this question come up, it's not super fashion related, but within the same sector, is a lot of some work that the ski and snowboard industry and the outdoor sector is actually doing. As we know, in Austria, that's where the majority of skis and snowboards and boots and bindings and all the stuff that comes along with that is actually manufactured. So that industry, you know, even competitive brands have actually all lobbied together to really push for sort of regulations when it comes to environmental impact within their collective supply chains. So it's a really fantastic example of an industry that has decided to come together and say, okay, so we're all working within this industry. Obviously what we're doing is being affected by climate change. You know, we need snow to ski. We do know that. And we need to figure out how we can improve the conditions, not just the ski conditions, that was a bad joke that I didn't intend, but to sort of get everybody working on the same page.
So looking at the gatekeepers of knowledge in the global south, looking at people who actually get the big brunt of like the global fashion industry. There are projects with Ghana and the second-hand clothing trade in Ghana, but also lots of research projects with like working conditions in the global south and how fashion impacts them. And I feel that's where academia is kind of more collaborating actually with organizations on the ground and with people that are living through those realities.
These are all great examples. So it feels like we do have the potential in Austria. There's lots of things happening within the fashion industry, but also outside, looking towards sports. So we can look at good examples, lived examples, and things, right? And I love that you also brought us an example of we have in one city 2 universities who approach the topic, but is there a collaboration between the University of Vienna and Eichmann? Probably there's not, because if you don't know about it, it's probably not happening. We don't have anyone here, can we make it happen? Can we bring people together who do the practical stuff, the theoretical stuff, and then hopefully, but this is how impact happens, right, and change, so we definitely need that. And I love what you said about the Global South and making sure that the knowledge exchange doesn't happen on the backs of the people there, that we say we take what they know and then we misuse it in our own context and how we want to get the most out of it, and instead it's actually a collaboration that's two equal sides that are working together. Thank you so much, Mariama. So, Marlene, you started your own business. Can you tell us, maybe I will start with the challenges. Someone also runs a business, I know there's a whole list of that, but also maybe the positive aspects of running your business from Vienna, from Austria, and how your last year has been.
Yes, the last year's been crazy. I think the biggest challenge was that there's so many challenges. It feels like it's endless, kind of. So, because when I started the business, you have the one part, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. You have the one part where you think about patterns, designs, you think about sizes, size inclusiveness, about all these things, and then the business part as well. You found your business. And then you have the sustainability part, and that's like a whole other topic. It feels like so overwhelming in the beginning. You think about, okay, what resources can you actually use to make fashion nowadays so it's sustainable? Where do you get your buttons from? Are they biodegradable? Where do you get your threads from? Are they recycled, or are they durable if they're not polyester?
I stopped using zippers because I couldn't source any sustainable ones. Yeah, I feel you.
It's so hard. Yeah, zippers is a main topic. So you have these things, and yeah, it makes it really crazy, because sometimes I felt that the fashion industry is actually not ready for being sustainable, and that was really frustrating at some parts. And also to accept that you cannot be 100% sustainable. I think this has also to do with a lot of perfectionism I needed to get rid of. Yeah, but these were the challenges. What was the question you also asked about?
Positives. With young people, with people who are at the beginning of their careers, who are entering the fashion industry. So what advice do you give them? Or maybe you don't give them any and you just say you're on your own and figure it out?
Well, typically, so there's two parts to that. When I'm working with younger people, it's usually within other startups actually outside of the fashion industry. So looking at more on the broader sustainability side and aligning their work for whatever their venture is with UN Sustainable Development Goals. So looking at that outside of fashion. But when I do mentor and I do consulting in the fashion sector, that's typically within already developing companies and working within either sustainable teams or product teams. Because we were talking about this before, and one of the things that I constantly talk about when it comes to a massive hurdle and sort of a bottleneck that we have in sustainability is connecting the sustainability teams with product teams in organizations. Because they're coming at this from two very different avenues, but they have relatively the same goals in the end. But product teams, and this brings us back to academia, typically don't have a lot of education when it comes to design and it comes to environmental impact of fabrics throughout a supply chain and throughout the cycle. So what is the impact of the threads that you're using? You know, where are these threads coming from? What is the impact of the yarn or the dyes and all of these things? When product teams are coming up with their designs, this isn't usually factored in because they actually don't have resources to be able to do that. So it's about kind of like educating that sector about the sustainability initiatives that might even already be within their company and they don't know about.
Yeah, lack of resources, that's also an interesting one to add. And that brings me perfectly to the next thing I'd like to discuss. And Mariama touched upon that. So if we collaborate and if we work together, what is the recipe for a successful collaboration? Mariama, you said it's equal opportunities, it's looking at people as, you know, same stakeholders and not using one part. What other things would you like to add to that? If people in this room decide to collaborate, decide to have a project together, let's not talk about contracts and one-pagers and how to terminate and who needs to be paid. That all is really important. But besides that, what makes a successful collaboration, in your opinion? Whoever wants to take that one.
I think it's like with every other relationship, you need to invest in this relationship so everyone feels well, like collaborating, and yeah, I think like a trustful working together where everyone feels safe to ask questions and bring in their inputs about like really being their individual self. I think that's a good start.
A sports example with the ski snowboard industry in the outdoor sector. The outdoor sector, which is still considered in the global scale as part of the fashion industry, is that the outdoor sector is collaborating. So they're coming from competitive brands, competitive markets, coming together for a common cause. And they're lobbying. So as Fashion Revolution knows, one of the best things that you can do is actually lobby at a regulatory level. Because the way that you're actually going to instigate change is coming together and making these changes happen on the grander scale. And there are ways to do that, and that is one of the backbones of what Fashion Revolution does, is that it sets people up to be able to create branches like in Austria or in France to have a collective lobbying power to actually advocate for the changes that need to be made.
Debbie, can we hire you to make the What is Fashion Revolution talk in the beginning? Thank you very much.
Absolutely. Only in English though.
That's fine. Mariama?
I guess again very much from academia, but I'm a huge fan of starting with positionality. So to position yourself and see where your background is and what privileges you have, but also where you're lacking, what are your blind spots, so that you can kind of connect with the other people on the same level, and also know where you maybe have to kind of take a step back.
Now, I just finished the Fashion Revolution summit or seminar that I attended, and I just thought I might as well share a few thoughts that occurred to me. There was a lot of valuable information there, that's for sure, seeing as Mariama basically comes from academia, and then, like you guys have seen by far in the clip, all of them have like different positions in fashion that have acquainted them a lot of knowledge throughout the year, but not really often here in the city. And now we can see somebody in the background, so I guess I'll come back with my thoughts regarding this in the next. Hello everybody, what can I tell you? Today's day is all about fashion. I will insert some pictures so that you can see the outfit that I chose. But today we're going to a fashion show that's celebrating 12 years of its existence. It's an atelier where I believe 8 designers come together, one of which is my dear friend Bugaric. And that's it for now, I guess. So I'll see you very soon.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
This is Times Square, 42nd Street.
3, 2, 1.
Please find between the train and the platform. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
The next station is Hampstead East. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Combining different items together. So that's why it was like great. Like you can see the different styles come together. I think that's why really good insight, you know, like the kind of visuals, the
Yeah, it's a strong silhouette and very like feminine and a masculine interpretation. I love that.
So guys, I just finished my dinner date with Batush that you had the chance to see. And now I'm on my way home, waiting for the traffic lights to switch now, and I'm gonna give you a little glimpse of the Vienna at night, or the main road, besides the other main road that is called the Ring. This is Gürtel, or the belt. Obviously everything that you see around there is called Westbahnhof. This is where I need to go in order to catch the route and everything that I need to finish. Overall, I would say it has been a very successful day. Left the house on time, arrived on time, got the great seat, celebrated a friend, met with another friend, went and had a dinner date. So overall I'm super happy and content. I I'm quite used to walking around with people looking at me. I think that's because of my non-caring. No, that's wrong to say. It's not that I don't care, it's just that like it's part of the job. So it's quite normal. I guess that now when I come home I'm just gonna relax, be with my boo, and try and finish up a movie that I have, and that's it. So I'll talk to you tomorrow. down, yet somehow I always end up wearing it. It's weird. I'm recording for the vlog, but I'm also talking to you. Looked at me weird today because of the camera, but who cares? Who cares? Like, I don't know how many years from now we'll be walking and we'll watch this video maybe once. We'll think about that.
Wow. This lunatic gets her 24/7. I like what I see. I like what I see.
I think it looks super interesting and like fashionable. I hope you guys will be able to hear me. This is a bit complicated now because I'm carrying so many things. I mean, not really, but somehow it feels like that. Anyways, we're done with the brunch. It was really nice. It was kind of insightful and very private in the end because I got to connect with my friend and then we talked about life and we ended up in some bar. And then I realized because he is now finished with his studies, master studies, he's obtaining a diploma. We're gonna go tonight and celebrate, which is where I will try and bring you. I'm not sure though how good that is gonna work because right now you have seen most of the able to hear me good because I'm in the middle of the street trying to somehow talk very loud so that you guys can understand me because of the wind. But yeah, so by far you've been able to see the brunch that I shot. Then by far you've been able to see the show, Goran's show and POLYIMONO Chrom collection. Let me know in the comments below, did you like that? Was it cool? And if so, what did you like? This is also, like, I forgot to mention that, but this was basically a union of all of these designers, and so the text that I've written to describe the show is also kind of intertwined because all of these designers came together, so some of the looks are actually combination of many designers, which is what I forgot to show. Then I texted my friend and saw if Batu can come and walk in the show for his new show, and he said yes because he's searching for models, for queer models. So that's that. I'm so excited to see Batu walk. Tonight, like I said, we're going on an art installation kind of thing in a club where I used to go out and party when I came here, and now they do some sort of innovation, which is they bring artists and then they have like a show and then the clubbing starts. So as you can imagine, it's gonna be my Irish exit most probably because today is my day. So Joyce with Leia, but I still miss her a lot. So yeah, looking forward to celebrating him, looking forward to going home on time, which is what has happened ever since I'm a mom, and I must say I love that part. I really enjoy it. I'll see what to wear tonight. I think I'm gonna keep the jeans and the cowboys, but probably something else because I'm going for like classy and like Batu said, sexy chic. That's the thing. And then yeah, you also had the chance to see the part with like summit that I attended for fashion that talks about materials and how to build stuff and like these incredible amazing women that have started their own fashion journeys. So let me know in the comments if that is also something that is interesting to you. If yes, I can record more of that. If no, it would be cool to have like some kind of an insight of what you guys enjoy. Yeah, let me show you the makeup on the daylight. It's like really simple, and yeah, this is the eyebrows when I do them like up. I did the lamination, then I just add in a bit more of the shape. The eyes are really simple, and I thought it was a cute, clean look. That's what I was going for. And yeah, now let's go get ready and let's leave the house again, and it's gonna be night, and I'll try and include how this art exhibition looked. And yeah, I guess I'm gonna end this one here, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for being here with me, for following the journey, for liking, for subscribing, for sharing, for commenting. I mean, everything means to me. It definitely gives me the motivation to push, and it's cool if what I create makes you happy or educated or informed or chill. But blah 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 blah, like Maria always is. I'm just gonna leave now, okay?